that's where the other story comes in, which is a personal testimony of mine, again, to give an idea of just how that hand grew and how that spirit man grew. And I was able to overcome a stronghold in my life, and that was really with my weight. And what happened is, because I had tried to lose weight, I had tried to run in the past. Long ago, I used to love running, but food was a stronghold. It was a comfort. It was something that made me feel good. It was a reward when things were going well. It was a comfort when things weren't. It was a false belief that that there was something I could control, because if I wasn't doing well, let's fire up the grill and throw something on there, and that'll make me feel better. And I wasn't going to Jesus, or I wasn't always going to the Word, or I wasn't always even believing, to be quite honest. And that became a stronghold in my life, and it became such a stronghold in my life that it led to diabetes. And when that diagnosis came, when the doctor started talking about all these medications, and he started talking about having to lose weight, I was upset with myself, but I was more so mad with God. And the funny thing is that in that time that I was having with him, and battling with him in that, because I'm like, I've tried this stuff before and never succeeded, and now I have diabetes. Now I have to lose weight. And I was mad at God, because why this? Why this one thing is I enjoy eating. I enjoy food. I enjoy finding new rubs. I enjoy cooking. I enjoy food. It was just, it was, these are the things that I was telling God in my quiet time. I guess it's a good thing that I was going to him, but I wasn't always going with that pure heart or that pure motive, because again, I'm like, Lord, I've been serving you. I've given up my other business. I've given up the security such as it was that it brought. I didn't smoke. I didn't drink, at least not a lot. But yeah, I did have my times when I would enjoy a drink. But all these things. This is one thing I enjoy, and now you want to take this away from me. What's the deal, God? But nonetheless, I'll do what needs to be done, because I'm not taking medications. I don't want to take medications. I don't feel that that's what you're asking to do here. So I'll do what I need to do. And this was during COVID, and we were at home watching a service on television on a Sunday morning, and I really can't tell you the worship song that was playing, but I had a real encounter with God, and he spoke to me, and he let me know that he had me here for a reason, that he had me here for a purpose, and that my time's not done yet, and that he needed me to be relying on him more than ever before. And in that aspect, I wasn't serving him, and I wasn't relying on him like I needed to. I was relying on my flesh. And the thing that I can tell you is that in that moment, something clicked in me. Something changed within me. And it was that spirit that was sparked. It was that spirit that was coming alive. It was a new fire within me that I was able to make that change, a change that I wasn't able to make before. But what I want you to understand in that is that, yes, I had a new outlook, I had a new view, I had a new perspective, but I was still hungry, and I still had to change things, and I still had to quit eating, and I had to get back into the running and the exercises and the things that I once enjoyed. Um, and so I had to get up early. Um, I had to crucify the flesh. There was some fighting that I was responsible for. There was some fighting that I had to do. But as I did that, I was also relying on God now. I was that inner man had that new spark, and he became stronger. And as I overcame those individual little victories day after day, I became strengthened. And the hunger did start to slip away, and new foods and the passion for old foods disappeared. But it wasn't my works. Okay? It was my setting my mind on Him. It was my commitment to Him. It was my going to Him in those times that I was hungry and praying and worshiping and just, you know, talking to other people and going, and not even always spiritual videos, but just things to help encourage me, things to help me grow and rely less on my flesh, to rely less on this God of food, and to rely on my Heavenly Father. And I dropped the weight, and I dropped my blood sugars, and I dropped my A1C. And summer will be 2 years, and I'm not the same person. Do I still enjoy food? Absolutely. Am I still trying out new rubs? Am I still grilling things? Absolutely. Do I eat pizza? Absolutely. But I do it differently. I do it with a different spirit. It's not coming out of the flesh. It's not driving me the way that it used to. And it's coming out of a different motive. It's coming out of a different perspective. And that is really the battle between the flesh and the spirit. It wasn't by my works. Because the Lord knows if it was by my works, I would still probably be up in the 230s, 240s, instead of the 170s. There was a battle. There was a struggle. There was fighting that I had to do, but I wasn't relying on myself. The inner man, that spirit man, was able to grow, and it was the Spirit that came along that was able to guide me through that. Were there things I had to do? Yes. But it wasn't my willpower. My willpower shows how it was in the past. I'll lose 10, 15, maybe 20 pounds, but then be right back up again. That's the crucifying the flesh. That's having the peace, because that Paul talks about even in Romans, that when our mind is set upon the Spirit, there's peace, but there's death when it's set upon the flesh. And when it's set upon the flesh, then we're not of the Spirit, okay? And the Spirit can't be within us. So yes, there is a requirement in us, in our actions. There is that crucifying the flesh, but it's not all about us. But it's when we make that decision that allows the Spirit to come in and to strengthen us and to take over and to lead us and guide us. In our weakness, He's made stronger. So that's my encouragement. Those are my two stories that I wanted to share when I talk about that crucifying the flesh, because we'll be talking about that more in the area of pornography. That, I'm taking this time out for this video but it does apply, but it also applies to other sins and to other strongholds in our lives. And so I hope you found this encouraging. There is freedom. There is fullness. Don't let the hard times stop you or make you quit or make you think that you're doing something wrong. But also don't think that you have to do it yourself, because you're not alone. He never leaves you or forsakes you. God bless, and I will talk to you later.